go ahead and let us know who you are.
Yeah, hey, my name is Chung.
I'm Margaret Moser.
And we've been working on a game for our thesis, and I guess we're in our pretty much our third semester right now because we've been doing a lot of work during the summer.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I think we're really pretty far along in our process. We're planning, our process is not going to end actually until next November because we have ambitions of submitting to the student version of the Independent Games Festival. And we're here to talk about how doing a lot of work over last summer helped us to get to a point where we feel we can do that and produce something that's of very high quality and really does kind of push the boundaries of what games are.
Yeah, so a lot of people are scared about, it's like, oh, it's summer, I need to relax and do anything except for schoolwork, but we only met maybe 4 or 5 times as a group, really, to mainly brainstorm on ideas.
Right, and we kind of came out of that session with a pretty strong concept, and that happened in probably June or July. And from that we were able to choose some ways to just kind of try out some stuff and really find some interesting things in the space that we had chosen. A lot of them failed, but that was kind of the point, was we could try a bunch of stuff and it could sort of fall on the ground and die, and it didn't matter at that point. Whereas I think if we'd come in later, or if we come into class with that, the process supports that, but there's a little bit more pressure once you're back in school to do something that actually works. And doing it over the summer lets you just totally fail. You can just play and really find the part of the thesis that is interesting and fun. And that really helps you come up with something that you want to work on for the whole process, as opposed to feeling like, oh God, I have to come up with something, okay, here's something, final work on it. I mean, the thesis can be miserable if you wanted to. But if you invest some time in finding stuff that really speaks to you and really excites you, then you have a huge advantage as far as like keeping your motivation going. Another thing that helps with that is collaboration.
Yeah, definitely. So we met, these couple of times over the summer as a group with our thesis class, and we were all pitching ideas to each other together with post-it notes, and we were voting on what ideas we wanted to work on, and then the consecutive meetings would be, we narrow down our scope further and further and further. Then we got to a point where that wasn't really useful anymore, and we sort of did a kind of speed dating thing. We chose what topics we were personally interested in and found other people who were also interested and talked about it. This gave us an opportunity to discuss our ideas, the concepts that were forming in our heads, and also for some of us we were very frank about our own working styles. So me and Margaret really had a long talk about, hey, what's your take on work? And both of us were just like, we just need to get stuff done now, and less drama the better. So it's been really great. And that really helped us, finding our group together in the very beginning before the semester. Because as Margaret said, there's a lot of additional stress when the semester starts. You're taking other classes, whereas the summer, it's just play.
Right. And I think that, speaking a little bit about collaboration itself, to me it was really helpful to have a collaborator, just to choose to work. Like, I really wanted to work with other people on the thesis just because it's hard to make a game that's... I knew I wanted to make a game, and it's hard to make a game that's of any decent size by yourself. Like, when I say hard, I mean almost impossible. So I really wanted to find a group, and what I didn't expect that was a very pleasant surprise was that having a group really keeps the momentum going on the project. If you're working by yourself, it's really easy to just kind of shelve something for a while and then you come back to it, and you really have to kind of make yourself go back to it. And if you have a group that's excited about an idea, the excitement sort of comes out of all of you and just sort of stays there and like keeps pushing your project forward. And if you don't have something this week, maybe somebody else does. It's still possible to get stuck, but it really helps push things forward. And especially over the summer when you're not meeting in class anyway, it's easy to lose momentum. So I found it incredibly useful to have a collaborator, or to have 2 in the end. I don't remember when Chung even came back to town. I guess it was not until class. But anyway, it was really useful to have collaborators and to have a group of people who were interested in games also, to sustain just a general feeling of we are all working together, we're all excited about our work, and have that kind of community practice.
Great.
So we came into the semester with the momentum already built up. We had a concept, we had a digital prototype, and from then on, I guess that's just history. We've been working ever since.
All right. Well, good luck to you.
Thank you.
Very perfect.